Hi everyone, just thought we'd do a little bit of Pilates. I'll start with the warm-up standing with some balance work. So if you get your feet right underneath the pelvis, knees and toes pointing forward, just relax the shoulders back and down and lengthen up through the spine. Think about pressing into the feet and growing up nice and tall through the body. When you're ready, just float the arms forward, keep the shoulders down away from the ears. And again, deep breath in as you float the arms forward and breathe out lower. Good, and again, lengthen. Now next time as the arms come back, you're going to raise up on the toes. So you're going to pull back and lift. So you just have to engage the core muscles a little bit so the back doesn't arch and tip forward. So you're really trying to keep that weight underneath you, drawing back as you lift. And think about bringing the weight to the big toes so you keep the ankles as straight as you can. Draw back, lift, squeeze and release. Good. Two more. And one more. And then settle the weight down to the heels, relax the shoulders and slide down. And come up through centre, and then the other side, slide away. And think about moving down the trouser seam. Head and neck relaxed. And again, slide away and back up through centre. One more each side. Good, and last one. And then back to centre, and then float the arms up to the top. Clasp the hands together, take it over to the right, bump the hips left. So you get a big side stretch. Come back to centre, and then to the left, bump the hips to the right. One more time each side. Reach over and bump and bring it back to centre, and last time bring it over and bring it back to centre. Release the arms. Now if you come up onto your toes and then pedaling through the feet, so one heel and then the other. You might have noticed we've got a little helper here. And again, gently down and lift. Good. And now next time the left heel's down, keep it down. And we're going to bring that right knee up. Be nice and strong in that left hip. And then put the ball of the foot down, pedal through the feet and change over. Strong in that right hip as you lift. And again, ball of the foot down, pedal through the feet and then lift and lengthen, relax the shoulders. And again, pedal through the feet and bring the knee up. We're going to do that one more time, and I want you to hold the right knee up this time. So strong in that left hip, really lift out of it. Come up nice and tall. If you need to hold onto the wall, go ahead. And circling from the knee, nice smooth circle from that hip socket. Relax the shoulders, lift the chest. Really strong in that support hip so you don't let it collapse out to the side. Keep lengthening through the spine. 4, 3. Last one. And then place the foot against the leg and then just a little opening through the hip, and just think about squeezing the glute cheek, keeping the hip bones pointing forward. And if the balance is a bit difficult, just put the big toe on the ground. 3, 2, good. And one more. And take that down. Okay, let's swap to the other side. So strong in that right hip, bring the knee up. Lengthen as much as you can. Lift through the crown of the head and then circle. Nice smooth movement. Oh dear, I've got an unhelpful dog here who's planning not to move. Nice smooth movement from the hip. 4. Last one, and then place the foot and then little open from the hip socket. So keeping the hip bones forward, squeeze into that glute cheek as you open and close. 4 if you can. Keep lifting up out of the hip. Try not to let it collapse. One more. And then release. I'm going to grab a block. If you've got one, you can use it to keep your knee foot alignment correct. You're going to put the block between your knees. Don't worry if you haven't, just imagine you've got one. And we're going to squat down. So imagine you're picking something up and then lengthening up through the spine. So keeping the back really straight. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. Just go in your line. And again, sit the weight back into the heels, draw the belly button in. And again. And if you haven't got the block, don't worry, just imagine you've got one. So you're keeping the knees in line with the toes, not letting the knees knock together. 2 more. Now this time, hold it down on this last one. Sweep the arms up, sit the weight back into the heels and really lift up through the thumbs. And just hold it there, sitting the weight back. Now we're going to swim The arms forward and back, a little sweeping movement from the shoulder, keeping the body still. And if you have to come up a little bit, that's fine. Using those thighs for 3, 2, one more. And then push all the way up, lift to the ceiling and big circle round. Okay, I'm going to transition onto hands and knees and using some roll downs to get there. So I'm going to have to move the dog. So I'm going to go sideways on now. Just make sure you've got the length of your mat. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, lift up to the ceiling, breathe out, push the palms down, and then rolling down through the spine. So we just do this a couple of times first. Soften the knees, shake the head loose, and then restack up, dig into the heels to draw you up. Restack the spine, and again, deep breath in, lift, and press away, breathe out, and then softening the knees, rounding, and come up. Now next time I'm going to transition from that to hands and knees. So big breath in, lift up, breathe out, press away, roll down through the spine, chin tuck down, soften the knees. Now bend the knees a little more so you can get the fingertips down, then slowly walk it forward, and then lower the knees. So hands under shoulders, knees underneath hips. And think about nice and strong through that upper body. And we're just going to try a little bit of core work here. So keeping the head in line with the spine, shoulder blades drawing down. Oh, here's another one. And then we're going to hover the knees. So we're going to either keep the feet flat or toes tucked under. And then just raising the knees up. Keep pulling in with those lower ribs. And just slide the shoulder blades down. Keep the head up in line with the spine. And hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and release. If you need to take a little bit of a moment to get the weight off the wrist, go ahead. Glider, off you go. And then back onto your hands and knees. Now this time, if you send your right leg out behind you, toes pointing down, foot flex, and think about the hip bones being nice and level, pointing down to the ground. You can extend the left arm if you can. You don't have to do that, and keep that down. And we're going to round nose to knee. So I'll do it without first of all. So we're going to draw round through the spine and then extend and lengthen. So getting flexion and extension through the spine. Now the harder option is to bring the arm in. So rounding, nose to knee and extending. If it's too much for the right hand, then keep that left hand on the ground and just do the nose to knee. Rounding, extending. 3 and extend. 2 and extend. 1 more and lengthen. Okay, let's try the other side. So when you're ready, extend the left leg back, foot flexed, toes pointing down to get the hips leveled up. Right arm can be extended or not as you need to. Lift up through the shoulder blades. And again, I'll start without, so rounding nose to knee and extending away. Round through the spine and extending. You can add the arm, your choice, and lengthening through. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And rest. Okay, when you're ready, if you transition onto your back for me. Again, if you want to use the block, you can. So knees bent. Put the block between your knees if you're going to use it. If not, again, imagining you've got the block between your knees and just scoot your feet in a little bit closer to your bottom. There's not too much gap there. Nice even pressure through the feet. And we're going to come up into shoulder bridge. So I want you to hollow through the belly button, scoop the tailbone, engage the glutes, and then lifting the vertebrae up one by one. Keep the shoulders relaxing into the mat. Lift up, lengthen the knees out over the toes, and then softening the back of the rib cage and rounding down through the spine. Good. And again, scooping the tailbone, engage the glutes, lifting hip bones level, sending the knees out over the toes, and then slowly lowering down again. So really getting that ripple effect through the spine. And again, lift bit by bit, and slowly take it down. Now this time as you do that, lift the arms. This is a little bit more of a stretch, so if it's too much, do it without. Stretch the fingertips away from you. Keep that stretch as you roll the spine down. So if you find that you can't get the spine to move in sequence with the arms, then don't use them. And then once you're all the way down, bring the arms back. And again, scooping and lifting. Engage the glutes, hips level. Stretch the fingertips away and then roll down through the spine. So with or without, 2 more of those, you choose. Scooping and lifting. Make sure that you keep the weight level through the feet. You don't favour one leg more than the other. Rolling down through the spine. And just one more time, scooping and lifting. Stretch with the fingertips and then roll down bit by bit by bit. Floating the arms back if you use them. Now if you can, keep the block. If you haven't got one, then obviously don't worry. Scoop and lift the legs and really make sure that you engage your lower back with the mat. So you've got your lower back flush with the mat, and you might need your knees in a bit closer for that. And we're going to tap the feet towards the floor. So we're going to rock and lift. Now you might find that you don't get your feet all the way to the floor. You might just go an inch or two, and it really doesn't matter. You don't have to go all the way down. You're just going to that point of control where you can make sure that you keep that lower back scooped into the mat. Now if you haven't got a block, you can do it just as easily without. And in fact, you can make it a little easier by alternating, and you can even hold on to the legs. So you've got some options here. Little tap and lift. So that's the option, or both legs together with or without the block. 3 more. Keep engaging those tummy muscles. And 1 more time. And then in your own time, slowly take 1 leg down to the floor at a time. Okay, 1 more exercise. Extend the legs. Extend the arms over the head, and we're going to do a half roll up. So when you're ready, sweep the arms over, chin tucked down and reaching forward. And then roll back and extend. And again, chin gently down, reaching and extending, pull down with the belly button. And just think about those ribs moving towards the hip bones. A little bit more, you can add 1 leg lift at a time. It's your choice, you don't have to do that. And again. Breathing out. And last option for a little more, you can come up a little bit higher into a V-sit, or you catch the leg and then release under control. So you can stay without the legs, or 1 leg after another. 4 more. Last 2. And now if you just bring your arms out into a T shape, bend the knees. And we're just going to roll side to side to release the lower back. So keeping the knees together, take the knees over to the side, keeping the opposite shoulder down. And then back through centre. And then the other side. Try and keep the shoulders nice and wide. And back to centre. Good. 1 more each side. We're almost there. Keep the shoulders open. Nice big stretch to the chest. Last time. And back to centre. Release the arms. I hope you enjoyed that and it's kept you moving. Speak again soon.